This lecture is based on Karnataka TET syllabus, chemistry chapter, chemicals in our daily life. Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Unfog with Dr. Atahar Parveen. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss everything about this chemicals in our daily life. So this class is going to be a one short lecture for this chapter, and I can assure you so much that this class will be more than enough for Karnataka TET aspirants. If they attend this class, make notes and learn everything which I am discussing here, that is more than enough for you all to attend Karnataka TET examination. Okay. My assurance is that if you prepare well just with this class, not even one question will go wrong from this topic, chemicals in our daily life. Okay. So without wasting time, let's start. This is the last chapter from chemistry, Karnataka TET, paper 2. Okay. So before starting our class, I would like to remind you all, if you are watching this video for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel and also like and share among other aspirants and your friends. Okay. This is the one best way you can support my channel, and if you want more and more videos and classes of this quality, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Okay. So in this lecture, I am going to cover soaps, detergents, sweeteners, medicines and drugs, everything, chemicals in our daily life. Now we all know that chemistry plays a very important role in our daily life, right? So it has many applications. For example, it is used in batteries, in our food, paper, in our medicine, soap, petrol, then plastic, cloths, crackers, cooking. So chemistry in our day-to-day life, many a times we come across this chemistry, isn't it? Now there are particularly few chemicals which we use them in our daily life. So we are going to study about those chemicals in this class. Okay. Firstly, what is chemistry? In its definition itself, we say that it is study of materials, and it is the study of development of new materials. And why do we do this study of materials and development of new materials? We do it for the benefit of humanity. For our use, we explore these materials. For example, what are the benefits which we get from these materials? Soaps, detergents, sweeteners, medicines, drugs and many other things. Okay. But these are the few things which are given in our syllabus. So directly we are going to focus on these examples only. Soaps, detergents, sweeteners, medicines and drugs. Okay. Now what are soaps and detergents? First of all, soaps, they are sodium or potassium salts. Okay. They are of higher carboxylic acid such as stearic acid, palmitic acid and oleic acid. They combine all this together to form soaps. Whereas detergents, they will contain only long chain of alkyl groups. So what you have to remember? Soaps, carboxylic acids, detergents, alkyl groups. Okay. If you remember so much, you will have good connectivity. What is it? Soaps, they are made of carboxylic acid. Detergents, they are made of long chain of alkyl groups. Okay. Now detergents are, in comparison to soaps, they are better because they can also function in hard water. Hard water means salty water or water with lot of impurities. Okay. So you get lather even in hard water if you use detergents. But for soaps, if you use soap in salt water, then you won't get lather. Means you won't feel that the clothes have been cleaned. But that is not the case with the detergents. So we can say that detergents are better than soaps. Now how are soaps made? There is one process named as a saponification. What is it? saponification. Alkaline hydrolysis of triesters of glycerol to form soap. Okay, they form soap by using alkaline hydrolysis of triesters of glycerol. This process of making soaps using this alkaline hydrolysis of triesters of glycerol is known as saponification. Okay, and soaps, they do not function in hard water because they precipitate in it. They precipitate in it means they will not produce lather. Instead, they will become like a type of malai, you can say. On milk you will find, right, malai. Like that they will react if you use soaps in hard water. You must have noticed while bathing also. See, if you bath in your home, you have sweet water in your home. You use that water to bath. Okay, you found good lather and all that. Sometimes if you go on tour or somewhere you are visiting some outer place, you go and stay in a hotel. In hotel you have 90% times they use hard water, right? Because it is a hotel, they will not have enough sweet water to provide it in the bathrooms and all. So you use hard water to bath. At that time you will find that the soap, when you are washing your hands, you will find that you are not getting lather. Instead, that soap, it is sticking to your hand only. Again and again it is sticking to your hand while washing. So that is known as precipitation. Okay, soaps, they do not function in hard water because they precipitate in hard water. That's the reason why people usually prefer detergents in place of soaps to wash clothes. Okay, now there are 5 types of soaps: toilet soaps, floating soaps, transparent soaps, medicated soaps, and laundry soaps. Toilet soaps, they are softer than sodium soaps. Usually soaps, they can be of potassium also, or they can be of sodium also. They can be made of any 2 of these chemicals, potassium or sodium. But potassium soaps, they are softer than sodium soaps. Okay, now these 2 types of soaps you use to bath, you wash your hands, you wash your face and all that, they are known as toilet soaps. Next type of soaps are floating soaps. How you make these means they can be prepared by beating soap bubbles. That's the reason why they are named as floating soaps. Okay, means they are very lighter. They are not heavy like other soaps. Next are transparent soaps. This contains soaps dissolved in excess of alcohol, and then that alcohol, it is evaporated. That's why that soaps, they are transparent. You can see advertisement and all, there are many transparent soaps in the market nowadays. Next are the medicated soaps. In medicated soaps, what they do, they will add little antiseptic like Dettol, Savlon and all that. They will add in that, and that will become medicated soap. In COVID and all, we used a lot of Dettol and Savlon, right? Nowadays also we are using only because they are medicated. They have antiseptic in it. Okay. Next is laundry soaps. Laundry soaps means the soaps which you use to wash the clothes. What are they made of? Mainly they contain sodium rosinate or borax. You need to remember all these names: sodium rosinate and borax. See, I am not discussing these topics in the base of multiple choice right now. I am giving you points. You have to note down and you have to prepare for these chemicals in our daily life. Later in the end of this lecture, I'll give few multiple choice questions also. But every point which I am mentioning in this class is important for you. They can ask any point as a multiple choice question in your examination. Okay. So this was all about types of soaps. Now I was telling that many people nowadays, they prefer detergents, right, over soaps. They feel that detergents are good because even in hard water, detergent will work. Now this detergent, it is classified into 3 main categories: anionic, cationic and non-ionic. Okay, these are the 3 types: anionic, cationic and non-ionic detergents. Now each category it will have its specific use, that's why they have given these names. We will not go into much detail, only 3 types we should know, that is important. Now detergents, as I told you, they are made of alkyl groups, I told you. Now with these detergents with a straight chain of hydrocarbons, they are preferred over branched chain. Means they can be made with the straight chain also or with the branched chain also, but with the straight chain detergents which are made with straight chain, they are preferred. Why? Because these branched chain detergents are there, they are non-biodegradable and they will cause environmental pollution, it seems. That's why people want to avoid the environmental pollution and they prefer detergents made with straight chain of hydrocarbons. Okay, so they can ask a multiple choice question like this. I will frame one question for you. They can ask like this: why are straight chain detergents preferred over branched chain? In 4 options, anything could be there, and one option will be they cause environmental pollution. Okay, or they are non-biodegradable. You have to take that answer. Okay, moving on. Now, after discussing so much about soaps and detergents, I'll give you a summary, sort of a quick recap to make you more clear on soaps and detergents. Now, based on your syllabus, they may ask anything upon detergents. So, first we should know what are detergents. They are made from hydrocarbons and these hydrocarbons are obtained from petroleum. Detergents are non-biodegradable. They clean well even in hard water and they clean objects well even in acidic medium. Contrast to soap, remember, that's the one of the main reason why detergents are widely used when compared to soaps nowadays. Then how is detergent industrially manufactured? So there is a method of manufacturing detergents. First, a long chain hydrocarbons obtained from petroleum, they are treated with concentrated H2SO4, that is concentrated sulfuric acid. Then it is neutralized with sodium hydroxide, NaOH, the sodium salt. Okay, thus you can obtain a detergent with this process. Why are detergents better than soap in cleaning action? That's the reason why all of us nowadays we use detergent powders, right? I don't find any person nowadays using soaps and washing the clothes. So what are the reasons they are asking? Soaps do not give lather without hard water. Lather means in Hindi they say jhag. Soap does not give the jhag with hard water. Now hard water means a salty water, bore water or a water from well which is very salty. So the soap reacts with the salts present in the hard water to form insoluble precipitates which suppress the cleaning action. Whereas detergents give this lather with hard water and they do not form an insoluble scum. That's the main reason why detergents are better than soap in cleaning action. Now let's go to our next topic, drugs. What are drugs? Drugs, they are chemicals of low molecular masses. Low molecular masses means how much low the molecular mass should be. Approximately it should be around 100 to 500 units, which is very less. Okay. Now what is a drug? It is a chemical agent that we know. That's why we are studying about it in this chapter. But what type of chemical agent it is? It is such type of chemical agent which affects the human metabolism and it will provide cure from illness. That's the reason why we use drugs. If we take drugs in higher doses than recommended, means if doctor gives us some quantity to take and if we take more than that quantity, then these drugs they may have poisonous effect on us. Okay. And if we use these chemicals for therapeutic effect, we call that type of therapy as a chemotherapy. You must have heard people with cancer usually they undergo this therapeutic effect of chemicals, which we call as a chemotherapy. Drugs, they usually interact with biological macromolecules. And what are those biological macromolecules? They are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. These biological macromolecules, they are called as target molecules. Basically, drugs, they usually interact with target molecules. They are made in such a way that they interact with target molecules. Why they are made in such a way? Because if they interact with specific targets, then only there is least chance of affecting the other targets. Means it is, for example, if I have cold, I will take one drug for cold. So that drug will be made in such a way that it will interact with the macromolecules which affect that cold, not other things in my body. Okay. This will minimize the side effects and localizes the action of the drug. So this is very, very important. Or else we take medicine for one problem and we will get another problem with that medicine. How that medicine will help us? We'll be in lot of trouble then, right? Then at that time, if that situation will be there, then we cannot take medicines also. Then how we will get cure from illness? That's why drugs are designed to interact with specific targets. Now this drug chemistry, it will center around stopping microbes, destroying them, preventing the body from various infectious diseases, then releasing mental stress, etc. Not only this, many things are there. Keeping all that in mind only, this drug chemistry is taking place. Okay. Now examples if I give, drugs like analgesic, antibiotics, antiseptics, disinfectants, antacids, tranquilizers, they are all types of drugs which are used for one specific purpose. Means for example, if you have fever, you will use analgesic. If you have any infection, you will use antibiotic. If you have any septic, you will have antiseptic. Correct? If you have acidity, you use antacid. If you have stress, you use tranquilizer. It is like that. I'll talk about all this in more detail. Okay. Another application of these drugs is that to check the population explosion, anti-fertility drugs have also become prominent in our life. Okay. Not only all these things, including this, there are anti-fertility drugs which are stopping the population explosion. What we call them as contraceptive. Correct? So they are also one type of drugs. Now let's talk about chemical in medicines. I will discuss clearly about all that which we talked just now. First medicine where chemical is used is antacids. What are antacids? They are used in treatment of hyperacidity. How do they work? They work by neutralizing the stomach acid that causes this heartburn or hyperacidity. Example of antacid is cimetidine. It works to release lesser amount of acid in the stomach, thereby decreasing the hyperacidity. After that, one more new drug is made nowadays. It is known as ranitidine or Zantac. What is also called as Rantac and all the tacs, they are all this ranitidine drug. So these are antacids. Now there are certain type of antimicrobial drugs which tend to destroy or prevent the development of pathogenic action of microbes such as bacteria. Which destroy this bacteria, those type of drugs are known as antibacterial drugs. Or which destroy the fungi, they are known as antifungal agents. Or which destroy the virus in our body, they are known as antiviral agents. Or other parasites. Okay, this type of drugs which destroy the parasites are known as antiparasitic drugs. There are three types of antimicrobial agents. They are antibiotics, antiseptics, and disinfectants. Disinfectants, they are applied on objects such as floors, drainage system, instruments, etc. In COVID, we used sanitizers, right? It was to disinfect, to protect ourselves from the COVID virus.
Next are the antiseptics. They are applied to the living tissues such as wounds, cuts, ulcers, and all the diseased skin surfaces. Examples will be sofromycin, it is the best example for antiseptic, or Bernol, all those are antiseptics. Next are antibiotics. They are used as drugs to treat infections. We intake it. Antiseptics we don't intake, we just apply. They are the ointments. Antibiotics we intake, they in the form of tablets or syrup or whatever it is. Examples of antibiotics are penicillin, ampicillin, amoxicillin, etc. Here one GK question or a one question based in chemistry also can be asked. H.W. Florey and Alexander Fleming, they shared this Nobel Prize to develop penicillin. Okay, they were given this Nobel Prize in the year 1945. One more are analgesics. Analgesics means, for example, our paracetamol, Dolo 650, Paragesic or Calpol or Crocin, they are all analgesic. They are used to reduce or abolish pain, and if that pain is reduced, then automatically if you are having temperature or if you are suffering from fever, your fever will get reduced with this analgesic drugs. Now the speciality of this analgesic is that it will not affect your mind or it will not disturb your nervous system. Without doing that only it will reduce or abolish your pain.
Another important types are tranquilizers. What are these tranquilizers? They are the drugs which are used to reduce anxiety, fear, tension, agitation and related states of mental disturbance. Okay, they are known as tranquilizers. Example for tranquilizers are Equanil, Veronal, Valium, Chlordiaz, Poxide, etc. So these are the examples of tranquilizers. Now after discussing all those drugs, one basic summary if I have to give, these are the type of drugs and these are the important type of drugs with examples. Like for example analgesic. Example is acetaminophen and aspirin. Antipyretics. Examples are aspirin, paracetamol, metamizole, nubimetone, nimesulide. Antibiotics, penicillin, ampicillin, amoxicillin. Antiseptics, furacin, sofromycin. Tranquilizers, as I told you, they are used to reduce anxiety, fear, tension, agitation and related states of mental disturbance. Examples are Econil, Veronal, Valium, Chlordiaz, Poxide, etc. Antacids, ranitidine, Zantac or Rantac, all that we use in our common daily life, right? So this gives you a very good summary on drugs. I have given you examples also, the name of the medicines also, because they can ask anything in multiple choice questions, right? So we will not take any risk and we will touch all the topics which are given in our syllabus. Now let's come to chemicals in food. Like I told you earlier, chemicals, they are not only used as soaps, detergents, drugs, medicines, but they can also be used in our food. Why they are added to our food? There are three mottos behind it. First is to preserve the food. For example, pickles. Pickles, they don't get spoiled if we buy from the market, right? It will be there for a long time. It will not spoil because they have added some preservative. Sauce is there, tomato sauce. It will never spoil, right? If we just grind the tomato and make tomato puree and we keep it outside without keeping it in the fridge, it will get spoiled within 1 day. If you want, you can check. You make some paste of one tomato and keep it outside. Within 1 day, it will get spoiled. Next day, you can't use it. But sauce, that is also tomato puree only, right? Sauce, you put it outside without fridge only. You can store it for, I think, months together. You can store it. What is the reason? They have added some chemicals in it to preserve that sauce. Okay. Next is enhancing their appeal. Enhancing their appeal means it could be the food color. See that sauce which I told you. You take one tomato puree and you match it with the sauce. Your tomato puree will have very light color, but sauce will have very dark red color. Because they have added color in it. Food color is added, and that is chemical only, right? So it will enhance that appeal. That's why they have added that red color. It will look good, so people will get attracted. Third point is adding nutrition value in them. Means maybe they will add some minerals. It is very few times this happens. They will add some minerals in it, some vitamins in it. It is, for example, you can take some milk, Horlicks and Boost. They say that they have added some nutrition value in it, right? So they are also chemicals only, basically. So these are the three things why we use chemicals in our food. Now there are main categories of food additives. Like I told you, food color, no? Like that only. There are some categories they have divided. First is food color. Chemical. They use chemical to change the food color. Next is they use chemical to change the flavors and sweeteners. Means now vanilla essence is there. Vanilla essence means they will not bring that actual vanilla thing and put from the plant. They will add that flavor, which is a chemical. Okay, mango flavor. They will add that essence. They will not add you the mango only in that. It's like that. Okay. And next are sweeteners. Sweeteners means every time they will not add sugar. There are many sweet things which are sugar free. Okay, they are known as sweeteners. Next are fat emulsifiers and stabilizing agents. They will add these to enhance the taste of that food. Next is flour improvers. Flour improvers means soda and all that they will add. So that you will get in that cake, you will get many like pores, right? The fluffy cake will be there. Because they add this bleaches and anti-stalling agents and all that. Next are antioxidants. Next are preservatives. And the last are nutritional supplements like minerals, vitamins and amino acids. Now one thing which you have to notice, first 6 categories, they have nothing to do with your health. Okay, they are used either to increase the shelf life of the food, correct, or to make them tastier. That's all. But it will not help you in any way from the nutrition perspective. Only the 7th category will help you with the nutritional perspective. So the moral of this story is that it is better to cook food at home and have it rather than having the foods from outside. Okay, once in a while it's okay, but we cannot do it again and again, because what all the chemicals which are added in the food which we are buying from outside, they are not helping us with the nutritional value. Okay, instead, maybe because they are chemicals, they will have lot of side effects. Okay, then moving on. Now let's talk about artificial sweetening agents. There are natural sweeteners also. One best example for natural sweeteners is sucrose. It will add to calorie intake, which we eat as sugar, no? That it will add to calorie intake. Therefore, many people, they prefer use of artificial sweeteners these days. For example, orthosulfobenzimide. It is a chemical name. A normal name is saccharin. You must have heard about it. This is the first popular artificial sweetening agent. People used to use it in place of sugars because of the less cost also. In the hotels and all, people used to use this saccharin. This was discovered in 1879. You need to remember the year. Sweetening agent, this saccharin, was discovered in 1879, and since then it has become the popular artificial sweetening agent. It is about 550 times as sweet as cane sugar. Means if you use 1 spoon of cane sugar, in that place if you use 1 particle of saccharin, it will be more than enough to give so much sweetness. Okay, should remember these numbers also, because they have asked in the previous year, they have asked this type of questions. Okay, I solved that question paper of chemistry. I will give you the link in the description. You can go and watch that lecture also. I solved previous year question paper. Okay, so keeping that question paper in mind only, I have made this lecture. That's why I am telling you that every point which I am discussing here is important for you. This sweetening agent saccharin, it is there, no? It will get excreted from our body through urine. Okay, as it is, it will go out. That's why it will not add any calorie intake for us. So that is one, indirectly we can say that it has become one benefit nowadays. And it will appear to be entirely inert and harmless when we intake it. Means if we have it in sweets, it will not affect us. Its use is of great value to diabetic persons because they need to control intake of calories and all that, right? Their insulin will get disturbed with intake of sugar and all that. So people can take saccharin in place of sugar. Next is aspartame. After talking about saccharin, we are talking about another artificial sweetening agent, aspartame. This is most successful and widely used artificial sweetener. It is roughly 100 times as sweet as cane sugar. Means it is, the sweetness is lesser than saccharin because saccharin was 550 times, no? When compared to cane sugar, this is just 100 times, okay? And it is methyl ester of dipeptide, and it is formed from aspartic acid and phenylalanine. You have to remember all these names. You cannot avoid these names, okay? And use of aspartame, it is limited to cold foods and soft drinks because it is unstable at cooking temperature. First of all, the drawback is that it is just 100 times as sweet as cane sugar when compared to saccharin, okay? And this aspartame, you cannot use it in cooking food because it will get unstable at that temperature, it seems. That's why you can use it directly in cold foods and soft drinks only. Cold foods means ice cream, correct? And means that too after cooking everything, after that when it is becoming cold, then only you can add that aspartame. And in soft drinks, in sharbat and all you can add, but you cannot add it in sweets while you cook on the stove because it will become unstable at that time. Means it will not work as it should work. It will not work as a sweetener then, okay? So this is the speciality of aspartame. So this question was also asked in the previous year question paper, so you have to remember all this, okay? Next is alitame, another artificial sweetening agent. It is high potency sweetener. Although it is more stable than aspartame, the control of sweetness of food is difficult while using it. This is the drawback. Means you cannot control the sweetness, it seems. It sometimes your food will become very sweet. You cannot exactly imagine the quantity which you have to use. Okay? Alitame. How it is made? Sucralose is trichloro derivative of sucrose. Its appearance and taste, they are like sugar only. Okay? It is stable at cooking temperature. You can use it in sweets. But only thing is that you should learn to control the sweetness. Okay? This, because it is artificial sweetening agent, it will also not provide any calories like saccharin and aspartame. Now I want to highlight again aspartame. It is used in cool drinks and ice creams only because it becomes unstable at cooking temperature. And alitame, it is 2000 times sweeter than sucrose. This you have to remember. Okay, that's why I have highlighted in red aspartame and alitame. They can ask as a multiple choice questions in your Karnataka TET examination. Okay, moving on. See, I kept here those questions also to make you all understand. These questions are from Karnataka TET 2021 paper 2. So the question is, the artificial sweetener has maximum sweetness compared to other sweeteners. Of course, this question is from chemistry in everyday life or chemistry in our daily life. And the answer to this question is alitame. Okay, because it is 2000 times we told, right? Now this type of questions again they can ask are like this. The artificial sweetener which is derivative of sucrose, it is sucralose. Or they can ask like this also. Artificial sweetener which is stable under cold conditions only, it is aspartame. We told you, right? Just now we told you. It is aspartame. Okay. Now let's talk about food preservatives. Chemicals they are used to preserve the food also we told, right? Now these food preservatives, they prevent food from spoiling due to microbial growth. Most commonly, what are the preservatives we use? We use it in our kitchen also. The common things, table salt is there, sugar is there. See, gulab jamun, you make gulab jamun and keep for 3-4 days, you keep it outside. they will not spoil because of the sugar syrup in it. Okay. And if you make any chutney or pickle, anything like that, and you add much table salt in it, it will not spoil for 1 or 2 days even if you keep it outside. Okay. Or if you cook any vegetable with lot of oil, then also it will not spoil. Okay. The chemical which is used as preservative is sodium benzoate, C6H5COONA, sodium benzoate. You have to remember this name. Now this sodium benzoate, it is used in limited quantities and it is metabolized in the body. Another preservatives are salts of sorbic acid and propanoic acid. They are also used as preservatives to prevent food from spoiling. Okay, I am giving you these names because they can ask us multiple choice questions, right? Rather than making questions and answering them, it is better that we learn in points like this. Okay. Now let's have a quick glance on few important questions. Which artificial sweetener is used in cool drinks and ice creams? You should pause and you should answer. Then to play the video and then match with your answer. Okay. Pause it now. Yes, you are right. It is aspartame. Next question. Give an example of anionic detergent. I didn't give it in the lecture. I'll give it here. It is sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay. It is found in shampoos. You can remember. Anionic detergent, shampoos you can remember. Okay. And which chemical is added to increase the shelf life of cosmetics? It is salicylic acid. Salicylic acid, it is there in our Vicks, Jendu Balm and all that. Okay. Salicylic acid. You have to remember this. Give an example for cationic detergent. I'll give you example. It is a cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Cationic detergent. I didn't tell all this in my lecture because I wanted to tell it here. You can make a notes. Anionic means sodium lauryl sulfate used in shampoos. Cationic means cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Then it is example of a cationic detergent. Which rays do sunscreens block? You should know this without attending this class also because this comes under GK. Anyway, I'll give you the answer. It is a UVB rays or UV rays is also okay. Sunscreens, they block the harmful ultraviolet rays. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Now let's discuss few multiple choice questions which will be helpful for our exam. The question is, among the following options which are used as tranquilizers? Of course, it should be Equanil. I gave you this example also in this lecture. Next question. Select antihistamine among the following 4 options. Antihistamine is diphenylhydramine. Antihistamine means they are the chemicals or the drugs which are used to treat allergies, or you can say that they are anti-allergic medicines. Okay, antihistamines means anti-allergic medicines. Here from these 4 options, diphenylhydramine, it is one anti-allergic agent, you can say. Next question, which of the following are cationic detergents? I gave you the answer, right? It should be cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Next question, the artificial sweetener that contains chlorine that has the look and taste of sugar and is stable temperature for cooking. The answer is sucralose. It will look like sugar only, but it is not sugar and it is stable. That's why they can use it in sweets. It is stable at cooking temperature. Sucralose. Next question. Narcotic analgesic is, of course, it should be codeine. Narcotic means that the illegal type of drugs, no? That narcotic means. So codeine, you can remember the name. Next question, bactericidal antibiotic among the following is, the answer is ofloxacin. Actually, any medicine with the XACIN, norfloxacin, ofloxacin, like that it will be there. No, they are all antibiotics. You can remember, bacterial antibiotics. Next question, which of the following is not an antacid? It is not an antacid. I can see that ranitidine, cimetidine, they are antacids. So, answer should be phenylzine. Phenylzine is not an antacid. Next question number 8. The class of medicinal products used to treat stress. Now you know the answer, right? They are tranquilizers. Next question. Salts of sorbic acid and propanoic acid are used as. Of course, they are used as food preservatives. I told you, right? Next question. Chlorine containing artificial sweetener that looks and tastes like sugar and is stable at a cooking temperature. Same question is repeated. It should be sucralose. Next question. Aspirin is, of course, it is acetyl salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. You have to remember that, which is, I told you that it will be there in cosmetics and wigs and gender balm, right? That is acetyl salicylic acid.
Okay friends, this was all about chemicals in our daily life. I am trying to upload as many videos as I can. So please do cooperate with me and watch the videos, like the videos. If you are really liking whatever I am doing, then share the videos and please do subscribe to my channel.
I hope that you enjoyed this class, and this class is very important from your exam point of view. You don't need to read any textbook. You don't need to make any other notes from any other source. Just to make notes from this lecture, attend this class fully from first to ending. Your chapter is ready. You are prepared for that chapter very well. Okay friends, we have less than a month now, so it's better we become very serious and focus on our studies. And if you have any doubt, you can let me know in the comment section, or we also have a Telegram channel. I will give the link in the description. You can click that link. You can join the Telegram channel. We also have a group there. We can discuss. Actually, I keep on discussing and I keep on answering your queries in that group. Okay. And before signing off, I would like to remind you all, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel and support me. Okay friends, thank you. All the best. Bye.